Hello everyone, it's me, Juan, Gamer54, back in another video, and today, we're going to be doing something completely a little different. If you have been around the channel for even a fraction of a second, you know that I used to make reaction videos about Death Battle. And while yes, I enjoyed watching them, by the time we got into Sun Wukong versus Heracles, we kind of moved over to predicting, to basically analyzing future death battles that's coming up, for it to just completely died out. Yeah, not a great send off. I love Death Battle, really I do. And I really wish that what happened to the Sun Wukong versus Heracles video never really happened at all. Because there were some death battles that I actually wanted to react to, but I couldn't out of fear that, it might alt/delete the channel. So, to make up for lost times, I am going to rank every every battle from every season. So basically, like, I'm going to take. This is basically going to be like some sort of series, okay? I'm basically going to go over all the season 1 death battles and ranking them and giving my honest opinion. And if you guys enjoy this concept, I'll also drop episode 2 basically next week. This is going to be a long video, so be sure to like the video so I know you guys enjoy it, and subscribe. We're trying to upload daily. This could be, this could be a series that we might do every once in a while, depending on how, you know, depending on how good it performs. But anyways, sit back, relax, and let's dive into it. Now listen. Normal Originally I was trying to make this video like I go from every episode that came out. So like coming out, you know, I wanted to go, by episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. But I have to make an exception for this one because it's that bad. It's so bad that I don't even want to give it a ranking. I just want to throw it in the trash. It's trash out of 10. That episode is Death Battle episode number 14, Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black. This battle is buns. Extra sesame seeds. It's just making fun of two real life singers with no powers. The jokes I'm making fun of them aren't even written well. And it's like, bro, I hate these singers. Well, I mean, not really I hate these singers. I barely even know them, to be honest. Like, I know about their songs, but I just don't really hate them in that extent. But even if I do hate them, I wouldn't even think about putting these two in the battle of the death. I even said this wasn't even a battle. This is just a video of seeing Bieber and Rebecca sent to the gulag. No factor of who would win in the fight, just a, hey, you hate these twos, right? Cool. We have them both finish each other off and they both lose. Again, I don't like these singers. I really don't. I don't have that emotional I don't have that much emotional attachment to them. But episode 14 essentially is cyberbullying. You can have an opinion about Aizen getting disrespected, or Ichigo should have mopped the floor on Naruto, or heck, you can even say that Ben 10 should have won against Green Lantern. Okay, well, maybe that could be true. But at least with all those videos, it wouldn't offend most. I mean, it wouldn't really offend a lot of people. Well, I mean, yeah, half of them would. But this, bro, they don't have like each. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to keep dwelling on this. The only thing I can say good about this battle is that they learned from their mistakes and did a better job on real life people down the seasons, and not repeating the mess that this video brought to the table. I'm gonna delete this one now. Okay, now let's get to the video, how it's basically supposed to go. So, firstly, we're gonna rank episode 1, and it's a battle that exists. I mean, let's be honest. It's the first episode, so it does have its charm of. It doesn't really have the charm that we have on today. Like this death battle, it's the first one, so if you're expecting the charms that we have on recent death battle, sorry, it's in a different castle. But I will say that this death battle can pass time. At the time, I didn't really care about Metroid or Star Wars. So I didn't really like or hate the video or who won. Overall, it's an okay video if you want to waste 7 minutes on it. And that's pretty much all I gotta say for it. Alright, so the next episode is versus Sh- Akuma versus Shang Tsung. So just like Boba Fett and Samus Aran, it's a battle that exists, but ironically, I like this one a bit better. I mean, the going over the history, the powers of these two aren't anything to write about, but I smile when I heard the finger painting joke. I like that. The fighting was solid, and I think the right winner was crowned in this fight. Kinda wish Shang Tsung had showed up more of his abilities. I mean, I know he can show off more. I played Mortal Kombat. But the ending did leave me in the edge of my seat. Like, I genuinely thought, was it really Shang Tsung? Was it really Akuma who won? Or was it actually Shang Tsung, now with the ability of the Satsui no Hano? And I was, like, scared. A good battle, all things considered. So, I really like it. Alright. We got Wonder Woman versus Rogue. I hate this battle. Wonder Woman has had three rocky matchups in Death Battle's history, and her first one was straight up buns. I mean, if you go and watch this episode, Wonder Woman had the most ugliest sprite I have ever seen in my life. I know this was season 1, but Rogue had an alright sprite, so I know Wonder Woman. At least Wonder Woman should be having a more decent one. The fact that Rogue sprite was more animated, I can already tell who was gonna win. This battle is where they stopped using the health bars from the last 2 episodes, which was it was a good call. I It was a good call. I mean, I wouldn't. Let's be honest. If they had kept the health bars today, it's like we would already know who was gonna win. So I think it was a good call. But it was going over the analysis that really made me hate this fight. There is just one thing that I just didn't like, and it was Boomstick. Look, I like Boomstick, okay? I like him more than I like Wiz. But in the earlier seasons, it's just wow. How did this get past censorship? Boomstick is a character who is attracted to women fighters who are thick with 8 C's. But this episode was just extra. Just very extra. Like very extra. Like Boomstick, not gonna lie, he was acting very creepy in this episode. Thankfully, it got better from here, but still, it was a very painful experience to watch this. Alright, so we got Goomba versus Koopa. And yes, this is a battle that exists. But man, do I love this battle so much. My brother Kevin and I jokingly praised this battle as Death Battle's peak episode. All seriousness, this battle didn't have to go as hard as it did, but it did anyway, and I'm thankful for that. The battle was short, but I'm telling you that I have a blast every time I see it pop up on my feed. The bullet bill scene was very tense, and the ending was just as I expect the first time around. And it's funnier every time I see it. I just got nothing else to say about it. I just really think that this one is up there for me. Alright, so we got Hager versus Zangief. It's a battle that exists. That's all I really have to say. The ending was tense, I suppose. And going over the two characters was alright. Other than that, nothing really to write home about. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Oh, goody. We're talking about this death battle. Okay, so let me just clear things up. This is not a death battle. This is a death battle royal. So I like this episode because it really changed up the format because it's a battle royal, not the usual 1v1. Do I have problems with this? Do I have problems with this battle? I mean, I like the action and the ending was very solid. I do think the right winner came out on top of all this. And trust me, I would have a lot of nicer things to say about this. But there was just one thing that I just didn't like about it. And it's how they were treating Mikey. The amount of disrespect that Michelangelo was thrown here, this Mikey slander, really got under my skin. After, rewatching it. Like, I already went over how Rebecca Black versus Justin Bieber was the worst. But if in a different universe or a different parallel world where that battle never happened, this will be the contender to be the worst. It will hold its mantle right. There is a battle between Shadow versus Mewtwo, which I might cover it when I get to it. Which I think that was the worst way they handled my boy Shadow. Like, god dang, why you do him dirty? But at least Wiz didn't use a slur that I refuse to say, or otherwise my channel gets sent to the Shadow Realms. And Shadow stayed longer in the fight more than Mikey. You can compare the two episodes. You will see that I'm right. At least the fight didn't have both hosts say he better not win. I swear, okay, Mikey better come back in a future death battle, okay? The slander needs to stop, okay? Put some respect on my boy Michelangelo Hamato. Someone put respect on Michelangelo Hamato. Oh wait. No, I don't think that's his right name. Whatever. He got some W's in media, okay? 2002 Mikey and 2012 Mikey are my favorites. Rise Mikey is also my favorite as well. But the Mikey fans can speak for themselves for their favorite hyperactive turtle. All right, he needs to be redeemed. He needs redemption. So we got Zitz versus Leonardo, which I guess it's part 2 following, the Battle Royal. It's crazy how Leo just got a Battle Royal to the death against his brothers. And he comes back the next episode to fight Ziff. And I think he's the only one doing this. Like, Leo, I just think, Leo just feels like the person he did this. Leo is the first person to come back to back. And that's crazy. That's kind of all I have to say, really. I mean, like, Leo won. What do you expect? He won against Zitz. And, I mean, I guess that's just me being biased. I mean, I basically just know Leo more than I do Zitz, so take it as you will, I suppose. So next is Yoshi versus Riptor from Killer Instinct. Yeah. And yeah, it's a battle that exists. And it was a surprise because I never would have expected Yoshi to be dragged into this series, but he did. I mean, like, Mario and Luigi, I understand. Bowser, I get. DK, I absolutely understand. But Yoshi? What my boy Yoshi do? Anyways, even though I said this battle existed and that would mean that I am different to this death battle, I like it. Yeah, it's a battle where a cute character killed a dark character. Who would have seen this coming? I like how the battle went out and finished. Boomstick was basically the star in this battle when covering these two. He was very passionate about this battle, and I think we need a little more of that. So it's a battle I drop in from time to time. Not the best, not the magnum opus, but not the worst. It's decent. It's fine. It's perfectly harmless. So next we got Felicia versus Tokoa. I'm so butchering these names. Dang. And yeah, just like the last few battles, it's a battle that existed. But it does interest me. I really don't have much of an opinion about this battle. I don't love it, nor do I hate it, but I like it that it was called a cat battle than the usual death battle. This battle was fine, and I'm more surprised that the jokes about the women's assets were down to just one. This was season 1, and the Wonder Woman versus Rouge one was already left a sour taste in my mouth, so I was a bit fearful for this one, but luckily it was just one and not the whole episode, and I like that. Also, they chased the butterfly, so I like that too. So next we got Kratos versus Spawn, and this battle sure did happen. I really think they played their hand a bit too hard putting this battle in season 1. Like it could have been longer, and it could have been in season 2, or we could have gotten it in later seasons. It's crazy. This is the only time Spawn and Kratos showed up in Death Battle. I really like to see them come back. Kratos could have one-on-ones with Devil May Cry's Dante, with you know, with God of War Ragnarok and Devil May Cry 5 taken into account. I mean, imagine Devil May Cry Dante versus God of War Ragnarok Kratos. That is a video idea right there. Go ahead and take it. And Spawn could even take on another Death Battle winner, Ghost Rider. Oh yeah, spoilers. The episode was fine. They focused on the weapons well enough, and I had a fun time in this battle. The only problem that I had was the ending. Because it was like there was a segment. I can't really show the footage, otherwise this channel will go to the Shadow Realms and never be seen again. But when Kratos was charging the flame arrow, and it was like he charged it too long and he got caught on the fire, or did Spawn use his power to make the flame run out of control? I'm not really a Spawn fan. And I kind of started liking God of War, so I can't really say who should have won. I'm still trying to catch up to the God of War lore, and I'm just about to watch the Spawn series, so I'm still trying to catch up, but the death could have been better. That's all I gotta say. Alright. So Bomberman versus Dig Dug. So it's my least favorite when I was little. I didn't know the reason why I didn't like this in general. However, upon watching it now, I think my mind was clear. My mind's matured enough. Wow, that's a nice way to describe myself. But But I'm fine with this battle. I don't know why I was so offended about it when I was little. It was decently fun to watch, it had its fun moments, and it was nicely paced. It was just a fun battle to come back to once in a while. And now it's a mystery why little me had to hate this battle in the first place. Like, I don't know why. Vegeta versus Shadow. I love this battle so much. Shadow and Vegeta are my favorite characters, and still are to this very day. It was sad that one of them had to go, and even a little me knew who was going to win the little me knew who was going to be the winner. But I enjoyed this battle either way. The Vegeta that was voiced in this is the same person who played the Dragon Ball Z Abridged Vegeta, so that's cool. I enjoy Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I really do. This battle showcased Vegeta and Shadow's strengths in battle, and I would have thought that Vegeta was gonna punch the freaking moon to Earth. But to be fair, this was Android Saga to Cell Saga Vegeta. Are there still people out there saying that Android Saga Vegeta was peak because Vegeta didn't have to, like, is everyone complaining that I can't speak today. I'm still ill, man. But does everyone still think that Cell Saga Vegeta is peak Vegeta? Because I don't know, man. I still think GT Vegeta handled it better. I mean, speaking of GT Vegeta, why did they mention Vegeta going Super Saiyan 4 in the Bloods Wave if that wasn't going to be in the battle at all? I mean, they showcased Goku going Super Saiyan 4 against his opponent. Spoilers for who that is. But why didn't Vegeta go Super Saiyan 4? I'm so confused. Alright. I like this battle as much as I like the last one, Mario vs. Sonic. It's funny how we had a Sega character in Shadow fight first, then we have another Sega character in Sonic happen next. Anyway, this was actually the first battle that got me into Death Battle. Like, I like this episode, but it's not top 5 because there are some issues. Going over Sonic's ability was fine, but Mario was filled with a bunch of jokes that made it really hard to focus on Mario's chances of winning. The only joke that I really liked was the frog suit. The flashing of their fights also was kind of awkward, but overall I liked this battle because it got me into Death Battle, and it had a special place in my heart. But not really in top 5, to be honest. Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter. I hate this Death Battle. And during that time, I didn't really care about Harry Potter or Star Wars. This was so boring. The end commentary was literally narrating what happened in the fight. Harry here was acting so out of character that it hurts. And I just said during this time, I didn't care about Harry Potter, nor have read one book of Harry Potter, or even watched a movie. Now that I've all grown up and trying to get into it, Harry Potter was forbidden to ever use the killing curse, and has never tried it in the canon. But here he is using it like a pro and spamming it like a noob. The fight was animated well for Season 1 standards. I mean, the sprites were not as ugly as Wonder Woman, but that's just me. Unfortunately, this battle had Boomstick's, his jokes. Again. I think, like, 3 I counted. The only thing I liked is Luke Skywalker using the Force to open Harry's scar. That was crazy, and, you know, that scream still haunts me. Chun-Li versus Mai Shiranui. I hope I did not butcher that as hard as I did. But, man, this wasn't it, Chief. This is Rogue versus Wonder Woman, but less awful. Boomstick was not in his worst, unlike this one. but the jokes overstayed their welcome. The fight was okay, I guess, but it was just boring. The wand jump battle is all I can really remember about this fight, but that's really it. Okay, I lied. I only came back for this battle because of the drunk driving PSA at the end of the video. That's actually that's actually crazy. That's actually entertaining. Funny how we're going to talk about this one when, the Megatron video just came out. But this battle did exist. This battle didn't really sit right with me. This battle only served to show off which one is cool and which one is a complete idiot. And guess which stick to Starscream? Which one stick to Starscream? Was he the cool one? Or was he a complete fool? Segway says he was a complete idiot. I mean, I wouldn't complain as much as if it didn't in an entertaining way, but guess what? It wasn't. It had its moments, I will say, but it was boring. In fact, this wasn't your death battle. This is just a battle, but to be fair, what little girl would want to see a My Little Pony character like Rainbow Dash sent to the gulag in a horrific way? I mean, that's a fair argument, but if you're going to restrict yourself so much, why make the episode at all? Overall, it had its moments, but I'm pretty sure we would have lived without this one existing. Okay, I lied. I'm pretty sure this could stick around at least. Just delete Rebecca Black versus Justin Bieber. We'll all be fine. Alright, Master Chief versus Doom Guy. After dealing with so many bad episodes, I will say that Master Chief vs. Doom Guy was such a delight to rewatch. Going over Chief was nothing special, and the reason for him getting the W was really bad, but Doom Guy analysis was pretty good, and jokes that I love. The animation was fun to watch. This is the first ever gunfight that I really like. The ending was kind of the only issue, because I thought Doom Guy won, but Chief somehow got his bubble shield up before the explosion hit and threw a plasma grenade, even though he can't do that. I mean, it's a cool moment, but come on, that felt like cheating to me. Hopefully this gets a remaster edition soon, and maybe a Master Chief versus Samus Aran, please? This is a battle royal. Eggman versus Dr. Wily. Not you, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Fatal 4-Way. Stay being copyrighted. I love this army versus army battle against Eggman versus Dr. Wily. This is sitting number 3 in my top 5 in season 1. Literally every robot in Eggman and Wily's armies gets attention, and we keep switching to different battles so you can never get bored. I always find it funny and weird how the winner is decided because they say ultimately Metal Sonic won, but it's like, who gets the point? Metal Sonic was Eggman's creation, but it was the Robo Enzyme from Dr. Wily that made Metal Sonic rogue and killed both of them. So that was weird, but not bad. Overall, sitting rightfully in 3rd place in the top 5 season 1 battles for me. Okay, Zelda versus Peach. And if I have to be honest, I never thought I would end up enjoying Zelda versus Peach more than I really should have. I am even more at a loss how Zelda versus Peach sits at number 4 in my top 5. That is crazy. But I really enjoyed this episode. I don't really have the words on why. So I guess check it out. I guess I gotta make it short on this to figure out. But I enjoyed this battle as it is, so I don't know, just check it out. I'm pretty sure you'll find why I like it. Alright, we're almost there, guys. I know, it's a long video, but we're gonna get through this. The next one we're doing is Thor versus Raiden. This battle was good. Like, my god, it's good. But somehow not making it in my top 5. I guess it wasn't as good as I remembered, because I remember it was my favorite when I was little. I mean, they say that both are immune to anything electricity, but then 4 is in a daze. I guess there was also a bit where Raiden was flying around for no reason. Like, what was all that about? Overall, the battle was good and each combatant showed off their skills. I liked the arena they were in. A 2D to 3D background was handled well. The finish was amazing as well, and I think 4 absolutely was the right pick on being the winner. Overall, a nice battle that I'm surprised didn't make it in my top 5. Oh well, it sits in my honorary spot. Okay, okay. Hear me out for Link versus Cloud. Number 1. I was going to say that this was a battle that sure does exist, but not because of the battle. I really like the battle. I do like the battle against Cloud and Link. The reason why I don't like it is because of the matchup. Even it's not that I hate the battle. It's more like I hate the animation. Like, this is not in the terms of quality. I know this is the first 3D animation, but comparing to Goku versus Superman, we'll talk about that. It's night to day how vastly bad this arena was for, compared to the final, if you know what I mean. And look, I know it's not fair to compare this one to Goku versus Superman because Goku and Superman can fight at the speed of sound, so we don't have to see the roughness of early 3D. I do like the sword fighting between them. I'm a big fan of swordsmen. I really like the battle, but the ending is what's not doing it for me. Link reversing the Omni Flash wasn't a problem. I think it was epic, but it was so low quality and borderline janky that I couldn't really appreciate it. Overall, it's just a test of 3D animation, and since there was a remaster of this very fight, I don't think I would ever sit down and watch it or tell anyone to watch it. Just go watch the remastered, essentially. Batman vs. Spider-Man. Ah, yes, my second favorite episode. We are now at the final 3 episodes covering Season 1, so I'm gonna make this go strong. Spider-Man vs. Batman was the great episode to watch on rewrite or seeing it for the first time. This fight definitely got the silver medal and would have gotten first if it wasn't for one battle surpassing it. The analysis of Spider-Man is fine and standard, and the fight is where it's at. I like how Spider-Man deals with each of Batman's gadgets. It's a lot of fun. The finish is where it's at because of how brutal it was, even in today's death battle standards. Overall, I love this battle, and I'm happy that it's sitting on number 2. Why isn't it on number 1? Because of one battle. But before we talk about that battle, let's talk about one more battle that just exists for some apparent reason. Pikachu versus Blanka. It was a pretty fun battle for the most part. Not amazing or anything. There are issues, but it's a fun time to watch. The ending was really funny because they were in a clash and then Blanka just ate Pikachu. Powers a blender with his own body and drinks down a Pokemon smoothie. That was very based on his part. Overall, I got nothing more to talk about. So let's just talk about the GOAT. Well, you know this was coming. You knew this was going to get 10 out of 10. And that one was going to take first place. I mean, let's be honest. This would have taken anyone's first place in Season 1. I don't really need to talk about the quality of this battle, and truly I believe this was the battle that put Death Battle on the spotlight. It captures the fast-pacing fighting of Dragon Ball Z so well. The fight managed to stay well-paced and awesome to watch despite its length, and the battle The finish was above all else the best the season could ever had. Like, it had the impact of its destruction blowing up the freaking planet. Honestly, there was nothing more for me to talk about. You know the impact of this fight. You know it was this fight alone that put Death Battle on the map. And by far the best season finale. And by far the most important video of Death Battle. And that's all my ranking, guys. Good night, Tri-State area. I'm going to lay down.